We are now in a typical parking garage. Now we're still in Seoul, and behind me here you see charging stations, right? This is like a conventional setup where you have one charging station per parking lot, and you also see here what is this? With the Renault Fluence or the SM3 here in Korea. They are manufactured here, but okay, that's not too important in this video. We're going to talk about chargers today. So you see that each charging spot is painted with blue, so it's like a dedicated spot for charging, and these ones are a little bit special because it's for car sharing. Different companies, they use these cars, so they can reserve these spots for EVs only. But if you look over here, you see that these spots are not the dedicated charging spots. They're like, it's like free for fossil cars to park here, but we also want to use these spots for EV charging. And how do you solve that? You know, like there's always this problem with charging stations being blocked by fossil cars. These guys, they came up with a solution that what you do is you have one charging station there, and then it will cover several spots. So it depends. Now most of these are fossil cars, but here you actually see an EV charging. This is a Kia Ray. It's actually the first EV from Kia. I didn't know it existed. So that one is charging right now from one of these charging stations. And okay, don't pay too much attention to the layout here, because this charging station should have been, could have been placed against the wall, and that would be probably better, because what happens if a fossil car, if the van was placed here, you know, and then the EV would be here, then the van has to run over the cable. But if it was against the wall, then you don't have to deal with that one. But the point here is that you have one charging station to cover several spots, and you see, so for every 3 spots you have one charging station. Also over here, see there, same thing there, like that over there. So this will work for now, because there are not too many EVs out there, and then there's like statistically you can say that there's a high possibility that you will have one spot available for charging. And these, let me show you here. So there's like this diagram to explain better. They try to keep the cost down, by the way, on these charging boxes. So normally, if you see those chargers over there, or charging stations over there, there's like a display. Maybe they have some communication line to the server and all that. So these charging stations are more expensive and bigger, more complex, whereas this one is supposed to be, you know, as cheap and simple as possible. So it uses this wireless Zigbee communication with you have this one here. It's like a centralized. Let me see. Move over here. What is it called again? I don't remember all the details. It's this is the diagram I've been given. It's this control unit. Let me just show you here. So here we have more, by the way, more charging stations, and see, now we can charge an EV here. Unfortunately, there are mainly fossil cars over here, but all these charging stations, they communicate with this one, and this one has a connection, a 4G LTE connection. So this one will wirelessly communicate with all the other boxes, and then this one will relay the data to the server, and then the server will do all the load balancing, because I didn't mention in the beginning, all these boxes, they have, the power will be distributed depending on how much load it has. So let me go back here and show you again. Better just to show the diagram here that you have a three-phase. 20. It's like, let's say we have 22 kilowatt three-phase, 400 volt coming in here. Then it will be split into single phase, 7 kilowatt. Over here in Korea, they normally just use 7 kilowatt. They don't use three-phase for charging. So the 22 kilowatt will be split into 3 7 kilowatt instead. And then it's like when the first car arrives, right? Let's say someone plugs into this charging station, it will get 7 kilowatt. Second car plugs in, okay, it still gets 7 kilowatt. Third one, all right, but then when the fourth car arrives, we don't have enough power because the 3 other ones are using 21 kilowatt. But then maybe the first car starts tapering off because it's getting full-ish, and the fourth car is just waiting in queue. There is no split, like not any split like some systems, they split the power equally, but here it's more like a priority based. But this is just you can just set this in the central system, you know, it's like an algorithm. So but here is like if the first car starts tapering off, then the fourth car suddenly starts getting some power. Let's say it's getting a 3 kilowatt, and then when this one tapers off more and this one also starts tapering off, then the third car will get full power. Yeah, so that's usually how it works. So this is interesting. The company is called Klinelex, and they're trying to promote this to companies or landlords, where you know the problem, like I mentioned, is that these spots are not they are not dedicated spots. So that's the whole issue, that you cannot you cannot get the landlord to agree to set dedicated spots for EVs. So but it works, you know, as long as you have long enough cable, then you see that you can still get charging, because home charging is important. And we want to try to make it as easy as possible to charge. But let's test one of these, by the way. Let's see how it works when you plug it in. Okay, so there's an app for it. It's called K Charger. Oh, it's in Korean. Okay, there's a number there. Yeah, so you have to input the number on the charger. We don't have too many right now. Eventually it might be like 4 digits, all right? And then here you see information about the charger address. Also this is Korean, but I see 7 kilowatt, that's the power. And then we see here the price, which is 46.4 won per kilowatt hour. And then you can press start here. And then you can choose different paying method. You have, what is this, credit card, the phone payment. This is, I don't remember all this.
Prepaid.
But prepaid, okay, yeah.
Postpaid.
So we can choose one of the payment method. All right. And now you can set like an amount, like how much do you want to charge for? Let's say you want to charge for up to 3,000 won. Yeah, and then just press start, and stuff should happen over here. And this goes via the server. You know, the app tells the server, okay, now we have to plug in, right? Yes, so we use type 1 over here. So you just plug it in. So the charging station was waiting for the plug to be connected. And the server told the central unit to tell this unit to start. And now we also see status over here. How many kilowatt hours we have added. Well, it's not much action going on now. It takes a while, but let me just show you here that this little box
charging.
here, it's charging. Oh, okay. Okay, that's the number of minutes. It will cycle through some info there. You have 15.2 amp, no kilowatt hours left. So yeah, the onboard charger on this Ray is just 16 amp. So it's not that fast, but is it charging? Yeah, I think it's charging. Let me see. The status, it's like, oh, hang on, oops, there. So I mean, it's a solution. So but I want to ask again. I want to ask you. So this solution, was it for business or for like private person?
For business.
For business. Okay. So but not for like residents. Like
For residents.
also for residents, right? Yes.
Residence or business building.
Yes, because
There should be some payment system. And for payment, the charger should have some communication.
Yes.
Modems.
Yes.
Modem is inside, and through modem, the CPs can communicate with the server,
Yeah.
the control server. So control server manages the amount of power
Kilowatt hour. Yeah.
every CP will use.
Yeah, so there are like there are like two problems we are solving here. One problem is that we don't have dedicated spots, and the second problem is that we need to keep track of how many kilowatt hours each user has spent. Yeah, so this one will do it, and also try to be try to keep the cost down with this box. Now 1.1 kilowatt hour. It's so slow with these 16 amp chargers. Okay, so now it start ticking up here. Yeah, 2.1. Okay, and wow, I didn't know that the Kia. Well, they did it right in the beginning. From the beginning, you know, they have active cooling, even for 16 amp charging. Well, okay, so I think that will be it. You know, like always the argument against EV is that, the skeptics or people who want to buy an EV, but they feel like they can't, is that you can't charge your car. You know, not everyone has a house where they can charge in front of their house. Well, I mean, there are solutions for it. This one could solve your solution if you live in a high-rise building, and you know, there is electricity. You just have to wire it down and set it up, and then it should work. And also, if you do this for your company or your like your landlord or whatever, you know, you have, then it should rise the price for the whole unit or whatever you live in. So, and of course, make it better for you and for everyone else, and make it more attractive to live there. So it's a win-win situation for everyone. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Looking forward to this. Maybe we can see more of these solutions. This solution or similar other solutions start working in high-rise buildings and company parkings. So I think that will be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So as always, thank you for watching, and bye-bye.